Good evening. This is Weekdays with Wendy. I'm reading to you from the Love Your Neighbor, No Exceptions calendar. Now, I hope you're including that as part of your devotional life. I hope in the mornings you're watching Coffee with Bob and having a time of prayer, reading scripture, and other devotional readings, and including the daily calendar, Love Your Neighbor, No Exceptions, is part of that time. If you don't have that flip calendar, you can get one by dropping by the Edmond campus or the downtown campus, or by contacting the church, and we'll make sure to get one to you. Today's calendar page reads, "Being a good neighbor is an art which makes life richer." And that quote is from Gladys Taber. Now, Gladys Taber might not be a familiar name to you, but at one time it was very familiar in our country. She was kind of everyone's neighbor. She was born in 1899 in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Her father worked for the mines. He was a mining engineer, and because of his job, he moved his family to several different states during her childhood. She went to college. She was pursuing a degree in journalism. When she graduated with her bachelor's degree, she met a man named Frank Taber. They fell in love, got married, had a daughter. During her career, she wrote numerous books, and she had several ongoing articles in different magazines in the country over many different years. Many of the articles dealt with domestic life. She wrote articles about the favorite recipes, kitchen remodels, and life in the country. She was kind of the Martha Stewart of her time. Her most popular writings dealt with life in the country. She and her husband lived in an old farmhouse on a kind of a country estate. The farmhouse was built in 1690, and it was located in Massachusetts. And she would write about life and the changing seasons and gardening, raising Cocker Spaniels, and just this beautiful image that really was needed. During the Great Depression, her writings took on a special healing kind of tone in the country. When people were down on their luck, when people who had suffered so much could connect with her writing, it was kind of taking them back to a special moment, a kind of a time of respite in the middle of the storm. During the Great Depression, she would receive and answer 7,000 to 8,000 letters per year. That's roughly 20 to 22 letters that she was writing back to people every single day of the year. She was a neighbor to them at a time when they really needed a neighbor, and she practiced that, and she helped them understand what it took to be a good neighbor as well. Being a good neighbor is an art which makes life richer. Have a great evening.